Bienvenido, ¿cómo estás? It's time for Rauta to deliver you some Spanish. Well, not the country, but language. Spanish black metal, metal negra, metal negro. I'm not sure. Anyway, this one is from Chile and it's called Throne of Evil. I would assume it's named after Carpathia first album from early 2000s, and this one is the second album called Orator. Let's take a look at this Orator a little bit further and just unbox this jewel case to see what lies inside. First of all, here we have this inlay, and pardon for this sunlight coming here to just kind of trying to ruin this video. Anyway, here is the track list. As you can see, 9 tracks including outro, about 47 minutes total. Here's the CD featuring the classical pentagram. And then we have the cover of the booklet and the other side of the booklet featuring basic information. And then some lyrics, and as you can see, they are not English. So get ready to hone your Espanol to, Inglés. Not English, but Espanol to the level of you can read this. 4 guys, and here it is. Now, this band was founded in 2007, so already been out there for a bit, but this is their second album so far, so it's not like the band has been the most active of them all. Actually, it's 7 years since the band created their first album, so not too hasten, not too quick with their work or whatever. But about the music, this is kind of funny considering the band is from Santiago, Chile, because this all reminds me very, very much of Nordic black metal. There are lots of keyboards, there are lots of kind of melodic parts which are very 1990s stuff. Not to mention the keyboard sound, by the way. There are even some folk metal parts, lots of blast beats, even some pure vocals, like clean vocals, that is. And they are reminding me of early Enslaved, a little bit of, or maybe even more Isengard than Enslaved, but anyway, the kind of ingredients that were not too uncommon back in the 90s, especially in the mid-90s or late 90s. And everything basically on this album is very much like a 1990s Norwegian black metal. And it's not bad, obviously, as such, but I mean, it's kind of funny that this is from different parts and nothing here sounds that much Latin American versus being very Nordic. And there it is. It's kind of a copycat brothers being here on the march doing this album. Now, everything else on this album sounds very 1990s except the production value, which is actually pretty nice. It's very modern in so many ways, and not in a bad way. This is not too polished, that is like this over production kind of a polished thing, but more about creating modern sound, yet still having very fitting it for the music. Throughout the 47 minutes, this is very easy to listen to, and actually those diverse elements from clean vocals to faster blast beats and then slow tempo parts, mid-tempo parts and everything, it kind of makes sense. I mean, it's cool that these guys are not stuck with just one set of, ways to create songs. Like, I mean, if you want to incorporate like blast beat parts, it's cool if you don't overuse them, because if you overuse them, you better have some killer tracks. Think of Marduk, Panzer Division Marduk. But unfortunately, what happens with Orator is that none of these tracks are exactly really good. It's more like a kind of a mismatch of different cool ideas, which then again don't really manage to grasp you in the way they should. Everything is pretty okay, but this album is hardly past decent. So while I really can't complain about anything as such in a big way, I don't even want to. The album doesn't really grasp me by the balls. It's more like barely tickling, giving that nice feeling and then leaving me alone, like feeling unwanted and all that stuff. Now, with these words, I still think you should give it a chance and listen for yourself, but just adjust your expectations to a level where you don't feel that disappointed when you find out this is definitely B-class black metal. Not bad, but not really good either. Once again, should you have any comments or questions, put them on the comments box below. We'll see you there. Bye bye.